I'd like to spend some time and introduce you to bass motion drill number 10. This features a line in the key of 2 sharps that's going to move through a descending major scale with some bass note motion. Then we're going to switch the whole thing to minor and see how it moves and what notes are affected. And I'll talk a little bit about the distinction between major and minor here, and maybe also look at some fingering options. If you've not yet done so, I would ask you to please subscribe to the channel if you're here and enjoying the content. It's always great to hear from you, so please like, share, and leave a comment. If you do click the bell for notifications, you'll know when I've uploaded things. I generally upload 4 or 5, maybe 6 things a day, sometimes depending on how energetic I feel, and if I have ideas that I think might be helpful. Please let me know if you have topics you'd like to see me discuss, or if you'd like to see me go more in depth on something that there's already been a lesson on. If you'd ever like to send me a tip, that's very nice indeed. And my PayPal information's there in the description below. Sometimes I open my mail and boom, there it is. It's exciting to see. I really do appreciate it. It does give me a lot of encouragement, and I know that you're out there receiving this material. Makes me glad. It's why the channel's here. So here's a little line in the key of 2 sharps. If you've mapped the board at all and you know your, say, if you know the white notes of the piano on the guitar, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, I do have a video that I'll put a link to about learning the fingerboard using E, F, G, and B, C, D. I found it to be very effective with students through many decades of teaching. So the idea here is that D has 2 sharps, has an F sharp and a C sharp. So the only way it differs from the key of C is the inclusion of F sharp and C sharp. The D minor that we're going to have has an F natural. It has a B flat as well. So those are the ways in which it differs, both from the key of 2 sharps and the key of C, if you're using that as a reference. I like to say key of 2 sharps rather than just think strictly of D, because we might not always be in the key of D proper. We might be in an Aeolian key, or a Dorian key, or like Ted Green used to say, a Fractolian key. So I do like to see 2 sharps all over the board. That's what I'm encouraging you to build up to if you've not yet done it. I will put the link to the video on E, F, G, B, C, D, which again I highly recommend. Just unlocks the board, and I'll explain it further in that video. So our line, you can hear it's 2 parts. It's a descending major scale with a little tail at the end. D, F sharp, sorry, D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, C sharp, D. And I hope even if I stop the line, you'd be able to hear those notes just because of the inevitability of the scale line. Boo doo doo. Do, do. That's the kind of hearing and synchronization we want with our hands, is that our hands and our ears are together, intuiting these things, but also knowing where they are eventually, because they're always in the same place. So we're going to start with a 3rd in the bass, F sharp in the bass, 9th fret of the 5th string, and 1st string 10th fret. I guess I'm using 3rd finger and 1st finger for this interval. So 2 notes per bass note. That's 10 and 9. I'm moving my 1st finger up to the bass of 10th fret G. So that's 10 and 10. 10 and 12. 10 and 10. 12 and 12 here on strings 5 and 3, 12 and 12, A and G, and we drop down to the 11th fret, F sharp. Then we get G and E, 10 and 9, with C sharp in between. It's a little A7 chord in third inversion. And those voices are going to split and go to 9 and 12, F sharp and D. We've arrived from F sharp and D to F sharp and D. That's the one in major. Now we're going to take that F sharp and make it F. We're going to take the B's and as well as the C sharps and make a C natural and a B flat. I hope too this will help with the distinction in your ear between major and minor. Really different character. So here, fingering's pretty similar. 8 and 10, F and D, coming down with little finger, first finger on the first string. 10, 8, coming up with my bass finger, first finger again. So this is 10 and 11, G and B flat, coming down to my first finger, first and third, second. Same idea for A7 here. 12 and 12, but no longer F sharp. Now we have to pay this F note its due. So 12 and 12, 10, and now 10 and 9 with C sharp again, 11 between. 10, 9, 11, and 8 and 7. As I relearned this drill to make this lesson tonight, I noticed that my tendency now is to split rather than come down here to F and D, 8 and 7. I was splitting and going 5 and 4. If that's a position you're unfamiliar with, it's good to know. It's our first inversion D chord. You can put a little A in there if you want. Get it up there. I think everybody could tell which one is which one is major and which one is minor. It's good ear training. So we want to be able to do these in other keys. Once you know the mechanism and once you have that in your hands, I hope you'll just be able to move it somewhere and let it go and watch it work. It's a mechanism. I hope this finds you well and enjoying your music, making new discoveries, having things that you like to listen to and that get you excited about practicing. I hope this channel can be a part of it. And I thank you for spending your time with me here for the last 8.5, 9 minutes or so. And I wish you a very good day.